So today is a very important day because by the end of the hour, we will see who is going to represent ICU at another global stage. We have Madam Mara Janet Michelo. Madam, you can stand please and greet the audience, the innovators.
Good morning everyone, how are you? I hope you've come here to live.
Thank you. A round of applause please. And then we have also our very own rep from ICU, the registrar who is going to be one of the judges, Mr. Habakala. I'm going to ask you to stand once again, sir. And he greets the business innovators.
Good morning, business innovators. All the best in your competition.
And also it's my honor and royal privilege to introduce Dr. Sirumbe, all the way from Kitwe, and he is here as one of the judges. Doc, please, you may greet the business innovators.
Good morning, guys. Good morning. All the best.
Thank you. And also in our midst, we have a mentor and a coach who has been with us for the past 1 month or so, Mr. Danny Musenge. He is one of the lecturers in agriculture at ICU. I ask Mr. Musenge, kindly stand up and greet the business innovators.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning,
sir. Good to see you. Thank you, sir.
Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, the road starts here. The road to the $1 million starts here. And please, do not think that this is a very small program. This is a big platform. Therefore, do your best.
Yes, we are waiting for Frank and Jerry.
Let's give them a round of applause. Okay, thank you. You can take your seat.
Good morning everyone, my name is Christy Kalisi and my team is youth, the title is a youth in fish farming. That's the project I'm going to do.
And your team members?
Isaac Perry and Mike.
Okay, let's give them a round of applause.
My name is David Yagenda. I'm representing the Young Africa Initiative, and my team leaders my team members are Changlesa Kakumba. On the far end there is Mr. Barnabas Munenga.
We'll be generating our power from natural resources like vegetation, especially trees, and this is more reliable compared to the previous stated sources of energy.
These are branches into cities. So let's connect to Aswana. As you can see, there is progress. 0.78 now. 2 branches. Let's now try to connect all the branches.
As he is connecting, we just tested for this small piece of the tree. Now imagine if we were to bring a full-grown tree here. How many volts is it going to produce? It can give us about 8 volts or so. And what we only need in power farming is that if we can only have 12 volts, we can be able to step it up or step it down to whatever voltage we need. And the current also matters because it's the driving force. So if we can have at least 150 trees, we connect them, I'm sure we'll be able to light up a village.
exactly what our project is going to do. Our project is an organization that will develop a network, or rather a strong capacity to influence both the public and the private sector. So how we're going to do this, the main key areas that we're going to focus on, we're going to develop organization capacities and terms of approach in a certain structure or style of staffing skill. However, and we are also going to increase the revenue generated from...
Okay, judges, it's your time.
When you're doing a pitch, have all the data in your mind, because what you've given us is a story. You've given us research which we can go and find. You have not given us a business case.
Can we have group number 3?
The government has increasingly been placing emphasis on diversification, of not only focusing on copper export, but also trying to diversify in other sectors. And in this instance, want to diversify in the agronomic sector or the agricultural sector. So we can discover that the Zambian agricultural sector actually has great potential, a lot of potential. So Zambia has 42 million acres of arid land, of which only 1 million of it is being utilized as at now, which is 40% of it. So the agricultural sector and agro-processing currently account for about 40% of GDP and about 15% of the exports. So experts at the end of the day say that when farmers and entrepreneurs turn raw agricultural produce like groundnuts to peanut and sunflower to oil, they not only improve their income but also contribute to community and rural economic development and enhance food choices for different consumers. So if agribusiness is given priority at the end of the day, particularly oilseed production and processing, it can offer immediate value addition through commodity-based industrialization.
To justify the applicable or practical and how viable our project is, our market analysis, or before I go there, I just want to highlight the administrative structure of our project. So we have the board of directors that basically oversee, through their experience, the smooth running of our project. Next, please. Thank you. And the cost, the table below has just evaluated the cost of the whole project, and the estimated amount is a grand prize, which is $100 million that we are likely to win. Then, next slide, please. Thank you. Okay, on our market analysis, to justify how applicable and how viable our business is, our market has clearly shown that there is high demand of these seed oils, because the world is now transitioning from fossil fuels to audible biofuels, which are not only high incoming project, but they also have a good effect on our environment.
How much are you spending?
554,000.
So that's your seed money.
Yes, it's half the capital.
What, if you're going to get the full amount, what happens to the rest of the money?
We intend to, it's a risk business, we intend to put our money in our reserve for any given challenges that may occur in the process.
It is very much exhaustive. And our team name is Process Africa, and our project is called Agro Processing. Before I go any further, I would like to recognize the presence of our judges and my fellow team competitors. So, who are Process Africa? So, Process Africa is a group of young entrepreneurs with innovative ideas who wish to create employment of our country.
India is a mono economy state, and we don't value mining as not important in our project, because mining has been there and has sustained us. But we understand that there are people who don't have an opportunity to go and get employed in mines. But that's why we brought a plan B solution to create employment through agro-processing. We are going to be partnering with small-scale farmers in different, those who are growing different crops will be getting their crops, will be processing them and will be selling them.
The project's ultimate goal aims at creating employment through agro-processing productivity capacity, and improving agriculture-based incomes or small scale or farmers in Zambia. As we have seen nowadays, we have small scale farmers that are living in rural areas. They only produce maize. Maybe for when it comes to mangoes, groundnuts and everything, they just sell the way they want to sell. But we want to create an opportunity to them where we buy their groundnuts, we buy their mangoes, because they are going to waste. More especially mangoes, they are going to waste. We want to start buying their products. When we buy their products from the rural areas, we process them and make the finished products that we can sell. We can make juice from mangoes and sell to other countries and within our countries.
It's a good project. The young lady mentioned that you're looking at identifying crops that can run all year round. Does mango run all year round in Zambia?
No. That's why we have included tomatoes that we can run through because they finish continue to run.
Okay, so in what you're saying, at some point you stop stocking mangoes or stop producing the mango products?
Not exactly. Yesterday I was doing some researches on sustaining perishable products, just like mango, which do not last for the whole season. So there are some scientific methods that I've discovered where you can peel a mango or as a team, we discovered that there are methods that we can preserve mango today for a long time, which can enable us to have it for the whole year. One of the methods is peeling mango and adding a certain chemical to it and putting it in a deep freezer, so that whenever we decide to use it, it will still have that value that it had the day we just pluck it out.
My colleagues here are Hultprize and Gilbert Chinyanta. We're here under Master West, working under the motto of providing an enhanced, clean, sustainable and reliable recycling system. So background, I would love to ask a question to everybody here as a way to start our presentation. When we walk around communities in Lusaka, especially areas like Kanyama, Misisi, Kwalinda, places like that, you find that the first thing you notice about the places is the dirt or the trash in these places. So as a group, we are trying to come up with an enhanced technological way to help improve collection and recycling of waste in Zambia.
So the objectives, the project's ultimate goal is to improve ways of waste management by introducing a new and modernized system of garbage disposal in communities and creating employment for the unemployed. So the following are objectives: to improve the effective delivery of waste services, to promote the regionalization of waste management services, and reducing, reusing, and recycling and recovering waste, and create more employment by 2030.
So we decided to come up with a system, more like a bin, whereby when you put trash in it, it has a processor, it processes the trash, then it separates the trash according to the nature. Maybe let's say plastic on its own, organic waste on its own, and metal. Then after all the processing in this system, the separation of the waste, like plastic, it is recycled. So we sell this plastic recycling companies, then scrap metal also to companies that buy scrap metal. Then organic waste, we will be selling them to farmers for nurturing crops.
For you to understand how scalable a business is, you need to know how much you're spending, what's going in, what's coming out. Okay? For you to understand the profitability, you need to know what's going in, what's coming out. If I'm giving you $1 million today, I need to know in 2 months' time, how much will you generate? Are you breaking even? Are you running at a loss? When do you become profitable? So if you don't have the numbers, you're doing an injustice to yourself. The numbers are very important, guys. Those are very critical. You can have your impact, but if you don't have numbers, it means that you'll be looking good for 1 month. After that, you're dead. I don't even know who you are. And that is the challenge we have with a lot of businesses, a lot of startups in Zambia. You need to have the numbers, and the numbers need to show how long you're
Good morning, everyone. The the judges and the participants in general. We are Future Africa PLC, an agricultural processing company. And in this group, we have Blessings, Henry, and myself, Zona. We'll talk more of this, or what the company will be doing in the process.
Thank you very much, Mr. John. So, ladies and gentlemen, we've all heard about everything that has been spoken about by various groups about agriculture. So, I think no need for me to run you through the introduction to make sure we can speak ourselves. Statement of poverty level and cost of agriculture in Zambia. Ladies and gentlemen, we can't lie to ourselves. We've seen these problems even in the homes where we're coming from. Yeah, we might be dressed nicely like that, but look at our homes, or we say our farms. There is less support there when it comes to government on small scale farmers. What do I mean? We have this organization, let's say the FISIP, the National Farmers Union, putting in effort to say they are improving farmers. But are they really? I think very much to Dr. Sulumbi what he raised, you say, let's cut the chase and put an academic away. If we introduce something like Future Africa, something that will be helping these farmers. Now, in what sense? The FISIP guys, they say, no, we're helping farmers, but look at this. Their main aim is to improve, to add, is it on farmers' inputs. But how would you add input when you know that there is no market? No market at all. Ladies and gentlemen, it's more like I'm giving you something in Zambia to say a shoe that you are selling at 1,500. How many people are going to buy that shoe? How many people are going to buy that shoe? Coming to, let's say, the National Farmers Union, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, National Farmers Union. Yeah, those guys are just mediators between these guys, the small scale farmers, and the government. Where you talk, you more like find market. But even if it's a find market, are they really going to those markets? We have less markets in Zambia, especially that small scale farmers can actually go to. No wonder we find that there is wastage. If we look at just the recent month of September, we had enough production in tomatoes. We found that there was a lot of wastage because a lot of people engaged into the field. Another one? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Agriculture in Africa, Zambia in particular, is the main support of rural and part of urban economy. According to the Central Statistics Office of Zambia, 49% of Zambians depend on agriculture for their livelihood and employment. The sector was able to contribute 8.5% to gross domestic product in 2015. Now, if it was able to contribute about 8.5%, if we engage in now more of these small scale farmers, how much more which reach the national gross domestic product? So that's our general objective there. The general objective of this project is to provide an employment for young people in the informal sector and help reduce general poverty level. Future Africa PLC, so its main target is the small scale farmers and the community at large. What are we going to do now? As small scale, as Future Africa, we're going to set up, let's say, agricultural fields. Now, these fields, what we are going to do is as we are producing, we're also supposed to buy from small scale farmers. That's more like we're just trying to help them, more like boost them. As we are helping them, we're more like contributing to economic growth. We're going to be dealing in agricultural products. So what will be happening there, like as you can see, after we farm the products, we process them, then we add value to the products. You can go to the next slide. So the products that we're going to be dealing in will be the cereal products and grain products, such as wheat, rice, nuts, soybeans, and beans. You can go to this slide. So this is the chain of trade that I'm talking about here. So we have small scale farmers there, and we have also the company cultivation fields here. This we can relate this market to this company to something like Zambia. Let's say in as much as Zambia is producing, there are also suppliers it has engaged in a lot of supplies of livestock. Yes, that's what the company will also be doing. Once they produce, and also we produce, and then take them into now Future Africa PLC, the departments there now for processing and everything, value addition, that's where they're going to take place. Now we realize something. If we are just doing this and then we add value and then supply the products, we're not going to get more income. So we're going to, we say let's create something like food sales and retail outlets where we're going to be taking these products so that consumers can come and buy it like that. Now,
10 minutes starting from now.
Good afternoon, everyone. So we are Lusaka, Zambia. We're a team of 3. My name is Eric. My colleagues are Nova and Dixon. So, as the name suggests, we are here to deal with plastics. Now, just a quick background on plastics. Ever since the time plastics were discovered, it became a breakthrough in that it's easy and very cheap to work with plastics. They can be easily formed into various materials, like the bottles. We have some electrical equipment that's made out of plastics. We have different bags. We have water pipes, even the water hoses we use at home, toys, some medical equipment, and even parts of other large equipment like in vehicles. They do use some plastic parts there. Now, the problem is plastic has become a nuisance because the rate at which it's produced and the rate at which it's managed does not match. So this is just showing some of the uses that we have in plastic. So, survey done shows that it takes at least 700 to 1,000 years for an ordinary plastic material to decompose. Now, if you consider this, it's a very long time, beyond even a normal human lifespan, beyond normal animal lifespan. So as a result, we've had plastic waste piling up for years and years. Every year plastics are being produced, the rate is doubling, but we don't have a system in place to manage the waste. That's the problem we have. This same problem is what led to the ban of plastics with a thickness of less than 30 microns in Zambia. That was on the 4th of December. So after that ban, we find that single-use plastic bags will no longer be able to be used. In other countries like Kenya, and first of all, Kenya has a very stiff ban, total ban on plastics. If you're found using a plastic or in possession of plastic, there is some criminal offense attached to that. Others like China, Italy, France, and even in Rwanda nearby have put a ban on single-use plastics, the same plastics that you can easily use to buy vegetables at the market nearby. So my colleagues will continue from there.
Our main objective, we discovered that for any substance to decay, it needs bacteria to feed on it so that it can decompose in the ground. We discovered that plastics, they take long due to the fact that there are no bacteria that feed on those plastics. As a result, they take long to decompose. Our rationale is we'll be collecting those plastics. They're already made plastics. We'll be collecting them and we'll recycle them into more biodegradable materials. How? What we'll be doing is that we'll be including a certain additive known as T2W, which was formed by Symphony Company that is in UK. It's a new technology and it has been approved by the World Health Organization.
Just on the benefits of our project, the benefits that we can be getting from after the process of decomposing the plastics and after the process of the plastics have been decomposed, the plastics have been managed, we can be making a lot of things out of plastics. And some of the things that we have discovered that can be made out of plastics easy. Maybe there's the bottles, cups, phone covers, and laptop covers. Also, some of the things might be handlesses. We know that most of the youths, they are very much talented. If we can train some youths that can just be making handlesses, we can be making a lot of money. We put these handlesses on the market and people can be buying. The other thing can be necklaces. Necklaces, once we make necklaces out of plastics, people can be buying. And that means that a lot of job will be created for youths. That means we'll be needing to train youths. Once we train them, they'll be making those handlesses, necklaces. We'll also train some youths that can be making other things like house makings. I know mostly in Zambia it's not done, whereby we have seen a house that is made of plastics. Like bottles have been they pack sand in bottles and then they make a house. So if we can have youths that are being trained of how to make and manage plastics, we can have a lot of job opportunities. The other thing that I can talk of is how do we get machines? The machines will be buying these machines and set a plantation somewhere. When we set that plantation, we'll be needing people to be cutting plastics from plastics that have been dumped. Because if we can move around, we find plastics all over. So we'll have some workers that will be picking plastics all over. Once they are picked, then they take them to the plantation. There, the plantation, that's where you find all the equipment, and the process goes like that.
I want to thank Mr. Senge for your input. Thank you so much, sir. Mr. Hamakala, Madam Michelo, Mr. Mnyenyembe, not forgetting Dr. Sunbe who's not here. Thank you so much for the input that you provided and the guidance in this process. And also we want to thank the teams, the 7 teams, for the work that they undertook in the last 1 month. Please, shall we give ourselves a hand? And now, ladies and gentlemen, we want to announce the winners. In this process, we have ZRDC who is going to adopt all the 7 projects because they are all vital. Shall we give ourselves? And also we have our partner, Jacaranda, Zambia, where Madam Michelo comes from. They are also going to work with you. You polish up, and they have also decided to adopt all the 7 projects. And now, the top 3 winners. The judges sat and they were diligent to their work. They looked at all the areas pertaining the scorecard and the requirements of each and every project and how they can perform at the local and regional level. And the 3rd winner in the race is the 3rd winner for the House Zambia 2018 competition. 3rd prize goes to Africa Oil Processing Zambia. And the 2nd prize, ladies and gentlemen, goes to the Power Generation. The first prize. These are the innovators, these are the businessmen and women who are going to represent us at the regional level. If they do well, then their route is set to the race for the $1 million. Ladies and gentlemen, the first prize goes to Lusaka, Zambia. Congratulations, son. Congratulations. All right. Congratulations.
We'd like to thank you very much, judges. Indeed, it has been through tough times that we've been preparing this. And for your recognition, I want to thank you very much. A few words to say because I'm so nervous.
He's running out of breath.
I don't know. I didn't even prepare this speech, so thank you very much, sirs.
All right, thank you so much.
First of all, I would like to thank my community for the effort that they did, the school itself, the president. I would like to thank him very much. He has been the one that has been encouraging us. In fact, it has not been easiness. We're even doubting. But by the grace, this has happened. Thanks to all you guys that participated, and all the best. Thank you.
You are smelling the $1 million. Yes.
I'd like to thank everyone, our fellow competitors. The ideas were all good. Don't throw them away. The chance will come for you to implement them. We intend to take our idea as far as it can go. We'll represent the school as best as we can. We are open to all your advice. Any caution that you think we'll need, we are free and ready to receive it. And very nervous, but very happy. Thank you.
Chief invited guests, distinguished invitees, ladies and gentlemen, it's with great honor and pride indeed that I'm delivering this vote of thanks as the campus director for Hultprize at Information and Communications University. First of all, I would love to express my sincere gratitude to ZRDC, which has been our great sponsor for this wonderful event. And also to our registrar, Information and Communications University, Mr. Hamakala, for actually accepting the invitation to come and join us. We really appreciate so much. To our respected judges, we also appreciate you so much. Starting with Dr. Oliver Silumbe, we know he doesn't live within Lusaka. He had to travel all the way from Kitwe just to join us. It's truly a heart of a father. We truly appreciate that. And also to Ms. Mala Zanetti Michelo, the CEO of Jacaranda Hub. I know her. She's a very busy person. And coming here to spare her time, it's something that we really need to appreciate her for. So thank you so much, Madam. Also to Mr. Kelvin Chiwomba, the head of research at Information and Communications University. I know, sir, we've been coming several times to ask for help, and you've always been there for us. We truly appreciate you for the support that you've lent us within the period of time we've been doing this preparation. And also Mr. Nyenyembe, from Ministry of Tourism. Also, he doesn't live within Lusaka town, so he had to travel all the way to come to attend this event. We really appreciate you so much for your time. To Mr. Dan Senge, our program supervisor, since day one, I'm sure the participants as well as committee members can agree with me that you're always there for us. Even the time when we are reluctant, you would come and push us up so that we can continue pushing this event forward. So thank you so much, sir, for your support. We truly appreciate it. To the invited guests, Mr. Achkweto from Evelyn Horn, we appreciate so much for your support. You helped us a lot. And also we have Mr. Simon Wheeler. We appreciate so much for your company. We have Ms. Abigail Kule. All our invited guests, we really appreciate for attending this event. To the committee members, it's been a long battle. It took much of our time. We are writing exams, but we always come together to discuss to see how best this event would be. I always appreciate your support. I know to reach this far we've done a lot. Thank you so much for your support. And last, our dear participants. It was a strong battle, like they've said. All the ideas were powerful. And I'm sure I think the time when we were announcing the results, everyone was saying, who is the winner? Because it wasn't easy. To me, I feel all of you are the winners. And you only have one to represent us. So like they've said, don't lose hope, don't sit back. Your idea is brilliant, push forward so that one day we can see it as implemented and be helpful to the society. And from Jacaranda Hub, you get the support with the blender to help, do best as in towards your project. This is a wonderful opportunity when we can meet her and actually get much advice from her. As well as ZLRDC, each and every year we usually have an international conference where you can continue, fight and do research over the same project so that you can also participate during the international conference. By doing so, I'm telling you it's going to be really successful. Let me end with this quote from Maria Montessori. He said, helping people getting a start in life, a great foundation is an investment. Point. In short, what we are saying is, our dear judges, all of you invited guests, your coming here is never in vain. It's an investment to us. Whenever one day we reach somewhere, we always remember that it's not because we are powerful, we are good, but it's because of what you had taught us. So thank you so much, everyone. Please may we continue enjoying this day.
Happy and so proud, ladies and gentlemen, for this great participation that you have shown. Indeed, we are the future leaders. You are the future leaders. I'm highly impressed, especially with all of you, the way you have actually presented your ideas. It shows that you are very innovative. You think ahead. That is great. Keep fighting, never lose hope at all. If you have lost here, there is another opportunity to present itself. Keep pushing until one day you become what? Successful. I'm so proud with the Plastica Zambia. When I look at them, they have not even written their first exam at ICU, but they have scored an A+ here. Congratulations, guys. Yeah, so never lose hope to all of you who have presented your projects. They are highly recognized. Hub Zambia has recognized your project, ZRDC has recognized your projects, and other institutions that will come on the way. They will really be happy to recognize your projects. Therefore, those comments that we are giving, guidance, continue working as a group, polish up all the issues, consult where you can go, where you can, so that at least everything falls in place accordingly. And one day it will be successful. I don't want to waste much of your time. At this point of time, I may say, I officially close this competition. Thank you.